The uncertainty that President Trump's tariff approach is creating, and given that tariffs often prove inflationary, Donald Trump was asked over the weekend about a possible recession happening this year. He was not 100% confident that he could stave off a recession in 2025. If that is the risk that he is running with this kind of whiplash and environment of business uncertainty while prices go up, is that a risk you think is worth it?
Well, there's been talk about a recession for well over the past year. This is something that has been a threat going back to the Biden administration. We were anticipating some type of recession and slow growth. Why? Because of a lot of the inflationary spending, a lot of the dismantling of energy policy in this country that really drove up the costs of doing business. I think there's, and also the regulations that the Biden administration had put in place. So I think that we have a real opportunity here to stop the recession that was supposed to be coming for the past year. And I think the most important thing right now is that we look at the inflation.
The recession they're talking about now would be one induced by the actions of this president, not the past.
You can't disregard the damage that the Biden administration did to our economy with their regulations, with their inflationary spending, with the interest rates that have skyrocketed because of his policies. You can't negate that. What we're trying to do right now is right-size government bureaucracy. We're trying to extend the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, which is the reason probably why we never had the recession that was being predicted. But now those provisions are expiring. Some have already. We have to make sure that we extend that. I think all those things could prevent any type of slowness in our economy. And you got to remember, President Trump has already brought in $2 trillion in private investment. Every other week, he's only been in office for a month. Every other week, we're hearing about a new company that is repatriating, manufacturing, or expanding operations here in the United States, whether it's a foreign entity or a domestic company like Apple. And so I think that we can certainly prevent this, and we should. And we should keep an eye on those tariffs and make sure that it doesn't have a negative effect. But there are a lot of other pieces to this. Oil prices are coming down, inflation is coming down, and those are very important indicators as well.
Target and Best Buy said last week that prices are going up in direct relation to the tariffs. Is that a good thing for your constituents on Staten Island and beyond?
I mean, but the tariffs haven't even gone into effect. They've been postponed. So,
tariffs have gone into effect for China and others. Yeah.
Been in effect.
No, some of the tariffs have gone into effect. Yes.
Well, but not the ones to Mexico and Canada. And the tariffs in China, they were in effect over the last 4 years.
Donald Trump is increasing tariffs on China.
Okay. President Biden actually kept and increased tariffs on China. Okay. Trump came in, a slight change increase there, but these are tariffs that have been in place all through the Biden administration. It was a 50% tariff that Joe Biden kept in place, plus an additional 25% on particular sectors, particularly energy, that he had put in place. So, I mean, you want to blame President Trump for he's been there for 1 month. He never imposed those tariffs that he said he would on Mexico and Canada. In fact, he's getting very good outcomes and responses, so much so that the Prime Minister of Canada is being driven out by his own party. But what I would say is that we're getting the border secure. We're getting the fentanyl under control. We're seeing troops from other countries being put at the border to help with security. Canada implemented and pointed the drug cartels as state sponsors of terrorism. This is all very important to the future of this country. Our young people who are being poisoned by fentanyl, we need them to be productive and contribute to our economy, not stoned and perhaps killed because of fentanyl that's coming in over our border.
Yeah.